Hi, I'm Joseph Kateri, and I have a severe gambling addiction. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about all these crypto, random Dogecoin-esque things that keep popping up on social media, on like your favorite rapper's Twitter account and stuff like that. And they all just say like to the moon, and they have claims that they're gonna make you get rich and stuff like that. So they're what I like to refer to as shitcoins. It's what most investors refer to them as. Shitcoins, crap coins, whatever you want to call them. It is basically a corner of the altcoin market. Not a corner, maybe like a majority actually, of the altcoin market that is just hot garbage. So before I get into describing exactly what they are, I first wanted to just do some forewarnings, give you some advice that's just very broad. I wanted to say the number one thing, only invest what you can lose. I see people putting in their life savings, and then after the coin hits zero, they're left with nothing. They really are. And I think that's terrible, and it's happening to a lot more than just a few amount of people. So only invest what you're willing to lose. So if I put in 5k into just the altcoin market or into these shitcoins, or I have to be in the mindset that I'm just gonna lose that 5k. That 5k does not exist to me anymore. It's just gone forever. That's the mindset you have to have when investing into stuff like this. Investing always has its risks, but with the altcoin market and everything coming up on social media lately, it is a lot more risky. So I know that I'm just a 17-year-old who is about to graduate high school, and I know I'm not exactly the best person that you might think of to give advice about stuff like this, but I have been very interested in anything finance related. I've won scholarships based off of it, and I've been in the crypto and stock markets for quite a while. So I like to think I have a slight handle on them. Not a good one. Just keep that in mind. I'm in no ways a genius or even just smart. I'm not a professional at this. I'm just a high school kid who knows more than the average person. And if you think I'm wrong about some stuff in this video, I might be, honestly. I'm not a genius, like I just said. So comment below if you think I'm wrong about some of this stuff, because I might be. Also, apologies for not shaving. I forgot until like just now, so. Okay, back to the topic at hand. But secondly, I wanted to say, please diversify your portfolio. That's also with just risk management in general. I think putting all your eggs in one basket makes the crash so much worse for you. Especially when you're putting in a substantial amount of money that, you know, you might be a little worried about if you lose. Maybe not like devastating, but you still are going to be worried about. I personally put in most of my money into crypto, which I got from scholarships. That'll be another video later on. But yeah, I put most of it into crypto, and I'm trying to diversify now. So I'm trying to put a decent amount into ETFs and index funds, which is something else. More into just like the FANG companies, and I'm gonna slowly get into real estate as well. So just make sure you don't put all your eggs in one basket, because if something bad happens to like the entire crypto market like it is right now, you're not devastated and left in ruin. You still have other sources of income. All over social media, I just keep seeing these random ass influencers, these blue check marks, just promoting these weird ass coins. I'm gonna use the examples Codyco used in his video because I think it was very good. Not as in depth as I'm going today, but definitely like brought attention to the fact. So let's go on Twitter right now, and let's just look up. I believe it was Soulja Boy. So I believe he was one of the influencers, those blue check marks, that were just promoting random ass coins that they don't give a shit about, just so they can make a few dollars. Yeah, here it is. Okay, right here. So here's one of them, and this was from June 1st, so literally yesterday. So good old Soulja Boy said, found a gem at Hey Moon whatever. They couldn't even get the original Hey Moon at, so they used Hey Moon or V1. You know, version 1, whatever. This has less than 10k followers, already kind of sketchy, but maybe it's new, maybe it's a new altcoin, whatever. Oh, before I go into this, I should say what altcoins are. Long story short, they are tokens similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum that are just smaller. They have a small market cap currently. They're just building up. They're usually using some type of blockchain on like the Ethereum network maybe. And they're just projects, crypto projects basically, that you can invest in. Maybe they go up in price, maybe they crash, whatever. It's kind of like investing in a crypto super early on. Here's some examples. In this Binance wallet right here, this is just some random ass wallet I have. I have 87 million life tokens, which I'll get into later. 20 R Unite, whatever, I'll also get into that later. And 724 million of this thing called Sensei tokens. Again, talked about later. But yeah, so found a gem at Heymoon. This is a DX sale, which is like a marketplace for all of these coins. It is actually trusted, but again, it's so new. It's very risky. So they're saying 35% of the total supply burned. That means just 35% of all the coins just don't exist anymore. No mint function in contract, which is generally a good thing, admittedly. And 5 years lock liquidity, also a good thing, so it can get rug pulled. And it says hashtag DYOR, I don't get paid for this, it's for people to level up. Okay, so first off, I'm pretty sure they're just allowed to lie. Like, I don't get paid for this. Like, of course you're getting paid in some way. You know, you're not gonna just shout this out randomly. They probably just said, hey, write in you don't get paid for this. Or they're technically not paying you, but instead giving you like 100 million of their tokens in exchange for tweeting that. And as soon as you drive the price up from this tweet with 76 likes, obviously it's not gonna do anything. But as soon as people invest in it, then you're just gonna dip. You're gonna sell everything and it's gonna crash the price. I've seen it plenty of times. Anyways, another that was doing stuff like this was I believe it was a porn star, Sophie D, I think. Okay, yeah, this is it. So Sophie D, actually not verified, only 23k followers. The very like top two things are actually about different cryptos. So the bottom one from May 24th is says my fave hashtag cryptocurrencies are down. Up or down still, whatever. Add Bitcoin. Don't know why you added Bitcoin and all of these other random ass things just to make it look legitimate. But you also did this, the Orient Initiative, which, I mean, it's for charity, so I'm gonna let that one slide. But SafeMoon, that was another one. Don't know why you did that one. And it says, just got me some SFM, Safer Mars. Let's fucking go. Again, I got this from Codeco. That's how I found out about specifically this one. Hey look, who's here from Cody's vid. But SFM, that's some random ass altcoin. Again, probably being paid a shit ton of money or being paid like 100 million tokens. And this is just gonna drive the price up and then she's gonna dump it all. Actually, let's look. SFM. Hey you, yeah, whoever's watching this video, go subscribe. Just go do it. Click the button from red to gray. Just do it. I don't care what you're doing right now. Just go click the subscribe button. I do not give a shit about your feelings. Just go click it, you piece of shit. All right, back to the video. Actually, I'll get into that a little bit later because I actually have SafeMoon on this list that I'm gonna talk about, so I'll just look at that later. But you get the gist. Celebrities are getting promoted for this. They do not give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your money. They're just in it to make a buck. And they honestly probably don't even realize that this is happening, because it's just their managers being like, hey, you're getting paid for this, so tweet this out. Ironically, we're still in the introduction, so bear with me. So I want to talk about something called the Wyckoff Distribution, and I wanted to talk about how, let's just go ahead and look at it quickly. A lot of crypto is just psychology. That's how I view it. It isn't just numbers on a screen. It's everyone's life savings going up or down, people losing money, people gaining money. It's not just like candlesticks on a screen. So I wanted to talk about this thing called the Wyckoff Distribution. I'm not going to get into too much, but basically it's a way to predict the market by using this chart. This is basically manipulation. This is what it looks like when the market gets manipulated by these huge whales, multi-billionaires. And this is the Bitcoin chart that we're currently in. And Uncomplication on YouTube was the one that found this out. And we were right about here, I believe, or maybe here when he found it. And he predicted that it was gonna steadily go down based on human psychology and the Wyckoff Distribution. Actually, here's a video of it right now. And he was perfectly right. He guessed this in April and it shot down, it crashed, and now it's hovering around the 37,000 mark, but he predicted it was going to go down to the 30s, and it did. So a lot of crypto is just human psychology. I wanted to just point that out. So don't fall for these influencers, don't fall for people trying to sell you courses, because everyone's just trying to make money off of you. There's plenty of good information just out there on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. And here's some people that you should actually pay attention to. First off, this is more for just foundations in general. On TikTok, invest with Dason. He has very good foundations and is very direct with you. That's slightly the problem though. He is very belittling. He almost acts as if his audience is stupid. A lot of them are, but he's very blunt about it and kind of rude in all honesty. And he has done some shady stuff in the past, I'm not gonna lie. He's like tried to scam someone one time. But his fundamentals are good. I'm not gonna lie to you. They are. Albeit rude, but good. He makes investing very realistic and doesn't just make it like seem like a dream or like a get-rich-quick scheme. He makes it very realistic, shows the numbers, everything. So next up we have Sutherland Crypto, one of my favorites. He was previously a physics professor at University of Southern California, and he explains everything related to the crypto fundamentals. Super great for beginners who just don't know much about crypto in general. Amazing. Now we have Nasdaq. Not really in the crypto or finance markets. However, he is really good at giving the latest news on new projects from companies in the tech industry. For example, flying cars, solar panels, deep sea exploration, stuff like that. So you know which companies are doing what very early on. So maybe if you want to invest in those, there you go. Now the one that found out about the Wyckoff Distribution that blew up and is now has maybe 200k subscribers on YouTube, something like that. Uncomplication. He has a very psychological view on crypto. He views the markets as actual people and people losing money, and not just numbers on a screen, not just candlesticks going up and down. I believe that a lot of people have to give crypto a very humanistic view, or else it's just going to become numbers on a screen for everyone. Another on YouTube is Brian Jung. He goes in depth into crypto. He goes into detail about upcoming projects and what to invest in. He focuses on actual projects and guides you away from the shitcoins. And he gives the latest news on how it affects crypto. Admittedly, he's slightly clickbaity. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's how he makes money. He's a YouTuber at heart. But 70% of what he says is actually good information. And I'm actually subscribed to him, so. Next we have Graham Stephan. Same realm as Brian Jung. Actually, Graham Stephan's been here the longest, I think, on this list. He's been here for years. He's great for real estate and credit and mortgage and managing finances in general and saving money. Not so much in the stocks and crypto, but he's really good for real estate. That's actually what he's known for, and that's the majority of his portfolio. He's just getting into crypto, and admittedly his older videos are better. Now for Stock Mo. He's actually my friend's teacher. I've met him in person a few times. Really nice dude. He previously was a day trader. I don't remember which hedge fund he worked for, but he's got actual experience. I think 20 years of experience, and then he became a teacher. That's how I met him. And now he's a full-on YouTuber. So he has a walk-along portfolio that if you're like subscribed to his Patreon or some shit like that, he gives his entire portfolio. But he still shows it off in his videos anyways. You just get the Excel spreadsheet if you subscribe or whatever. He gives great stock advice and is really recently getting into crypto as well. And he tends to focus on just a handful of stocks and just a handful of cryptos. For example, he really focuses on Ethereum on the crypto side. And for the stock side, he really is into electronic vehicles. So like Tesla, NIO, Lucid, stuff like that. So the first example of actual just pure shitcoin, Shiba Inu, that's what it's called. So let's go ahead and look at the chart right now. So first, some details about it. The creator of Ethereum, his name is Vitalik Buterin. I butchered that name, I'm sorry. Russian dude. And with Dogecoin, 40% of it was sent to Vitalik, right? Creator of Ethereum, just as an homage or whatever it's called. So like 40% of all of them, out of like the trillions out there, 40% total were sent to this dude. Just out of like respect, and kind of that's just what you do. It's like tradition almost. So what this guy did, Shiba Inu is basically a copy of Dogecoin. And as you can see here, it has not been doing so great recently. It started off with being worth, what is that, an e to the -7, so, and then it shot up because so many influencers were being paid to shout it out and stuff like that, and all the hype from Dogecoin. It shot it up to what is that, the 100,000th place or something like that. So that's like a huge multiplier right here. Probably made a lot of money. And then everything started just crashing, and now here we are. People that invested near the top here probably have maybe 1/10 of the money that they previously have, maybe even less than that. And it really is just a shame. Now, the reason for this happening right here, just this entire drop, is A, because of the crypto market crashing. Not crashing, but just a severe pullback. And secondly, it is because this dude, creator of Ethereum, we're going back to him, he sold 40% of all Shiba. So you remember how I said the creators of Shiba sent him 40% just as tradition, thinking that he'd never touch it? He touched it. He took all 40% of it, donated it to the Indian COVID Relief Fund, and it is worth $6.74 billion. And that crashed the price like crazy. Now, Vitalik Buterin, he's actually the second youngest billionaire to ever exist. First, I think, is Kylie Jenner or some shit like that. But this dude's self-made, so which I think is really cool, and creator of Ethereum, crazy smart. But yeah, he crashed the market in order for Ethereum to have less competition. I might be wrong about that. Something about just making Ethereum better, or I think it was like clogging up the Ethereum blockchain, some shit like that. I don't know. Now, the reason I don't really like it, and all these examples I don't really like, is because they don't solve a problem and they don't provide a service. A lot of it is just built on hype and just paying influencers to shout it out, which I think is really scummy to do. And just think about it. If something doesn't solve a problem and it doesn't provide a service, how will it survive? It won't. It won't. As soon as there's like a huge crypto crash or it's a bear market, they will get wiped out. You will lose all your money. This is financial advice. Don't invest in altcoins that have no problem, or don't solve a problem and don't provide a service. And if you really don't want to, if you're not okay with losing every penny you have, don't invest in altcoins at all. A lot of people say that this isn't financial advice. Well, this is. I'm telling you right now. Don't invest in altcoins if you aren't willing to lose every single penny you have. Now, the second example is SafeMoon. I'm going back to whatever Sophie D was shouting out or whatever. So first off, it has a terrible white paper. I'm gonna be real with you. A white paper is basically a document stating every single like aspect of the altcoin, and it's usually like 20 pages long. It's like a full-on essay, 20 pages. It's crazy. Now let's go ahead and just look at SafeMoons, shall we? I can't even fucking find it. Here it is at the bottom. It is one page. A single page. That's it. And it's not even a document. It's just a page. I don't know. If something has no purpose and it doesn't solve a problem, I think it's an awful investment. So yeah, I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't invest in this. And let's go ahead and look at the price. So let's look at it 1 month. All right, let's just look at 3 months. So it originally traded for, what is that? 6 zeros, 5 zeros, and 1 cent. Okay. And then it went up, spiked because everyone got hyped from it. And it pretty much 10 times actually in price, which is really cool. And then it dropped back to what it was before, maybe like 4 times more, which is nice still. But anyone that got in here or got in at the top here are now fucked, because now it's just stuck at this 4 cent or whatever, 5 zeros, 4 cent. I mean, yeah, it says plus 1,352%. That's amazing, but that's when it traded for quite literally nothing. I doubt that many people got in at this price. And in fact, I would say most people got in right at this top part right here. That's when it was getting hyped the most. And then it crashed. And now everyone's fucked. I don't know, some people are still holding on saying, oh, give it like 10 years. I'm gonna, instead of just buying a Chevy with this, or instead of buying a Corvette with this money, I'm gonna buy the Corvette dealership with this money. Like, no, bro, that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but this serves no purpose and it solves no problems. It will most likely get wiped out as soon as there is a, as soon as there's a crash. I'm sorry, but it probably will. And I understand that they redistribute 10% of whatever and burn 5% and distribute the other 5%. I understand that, but there's better altcoins that do the exact same thing that actually have a purpose, which I will get into soon. The third example is DeFi 100. This was in the news recently. A lot of people claim that they scammed $32 million because their website for a decent amount of time had this image on it. We scammed you guys and you can't do shit about it. Haha, all you moon boys have been scammed, you can't do shit about it. And they said, oh, we scammed you for 32 million. Apparently that's not true. Apparently there was not even like $3 million worth, even a 3 million market cap. Apparently it was just the website that got hacked. The coin is still fine apparently. And it wasn't a scam. It was just the website getting hacked. It's just a bad look now. I really doubt this DeFi 100 project is going to be able to even continue, just because of something like getting their website hacked. I'm pretty sure this coin is just, no one's ever going to trust it again, which means everyone that actually thought DeFi 100 was a great project, and it probably still is a great project, are now just losing all their money, and it was just a terrible investment, and they're going to probably go bankrupt or something like that, just because something as small as their website getting hacked happened. Now here's another example, Zircoin. Apparently it's a hybrid between Bitcoin and Quark. Honestly, I'm not too sure what it is. But if I can find it, right here, Zircoin. So it was trading at 0.0005 cents, which is really low. And then it shot up like crazy. Over the course of 2 hours, it shot up, all right? Or sorry, 2 days, I meant 2 days. 12 million% or some shit like that? I'm not sure, but a lot. And this was a classic pump and dump, basically. So it shot up by like 12 million%, whatever, and it went up to $10. It went from 0.0005 cents to $10 within 2 days. Okay, look, you can even see the volume, 1 cent, less than nothing, basically nothing. It went up to like 4,000, and anyone that did, amazing, all right? Anyone that managed to get out at the $10 mark, amazing. But I can guarantee you, look at how much volume there is within these few days. People that invested this high up have nothing now. Every single penny they have is gone. Because look at the price now. 10 cents. It is 10 cents right now. If you bought in at that $10 mark and you're at 10 cents now, you lost everything. And my guess is even when it hit that $10 mark, you couldn't sell it. That's my guess at least. Because it was locked or something like that. Either way, pumped, dumped, and just a bad scenario all around. The last example I want to talk about is this thing called Pi Network. Came out by Stanford students a few months back, maybe like 5 months ago. It's basically this thing. I actually have it. It's an app on your phone that mines this crypto called Pi. And honestly, I do it, but at the same time, I think it's going to be useless. I've used it for like 6 months now, but maybe not 6 months, maybe less than that, but a long ass time. And every single day I've maxed it out. I have the most invites possible, and I only have like 500 to 600 pies. The estimated price for Pi right now is, by 2028, 3 cents. By 2028, 3 cents. So I've been doing this for 6 months now, and I've gone 500. Let's go on a calculator. So it's been 6 months, and I've gone 500 of it. Now they're about to lower the rate, so it's going to be cut in half. So realistically, it would be 250. So it'll be 250, and by 2028, that is what, 7 years from now? So 250 times 2, because that's 1 year, times 7, because that's 7 years, plus the 500 I already have. That means I'd have 4,000 by the year 2028. Now divide that by 3 fucking cents. So 4,000 divided by 3 cents. Whoops, sorry, it's actually the other way around. 4,000 times 0.03. 120 bucks. 7 to 8 years of work. 7 to 8 years of having this app on your phone for $120. That's enough for one textbook, a single textbook. Now look, it might not be a scam. It might not be, honestly, but don't even think it's worth it. Anyways, I wanted to talk about something called the crypto risk pyramid. So let's go from the bottom to top. So bottom is the least risky and top is the most risky. Bottom, saving account, treasury bonds. Super low. Maybe at best you're going to get maybe 2 to 3% annual yield, but it's the safest. Next up, we have ETFs and index funds. That's one step above it. You're going to get maybe 10% annual yield per year. Actually really good if you're doing it as a long-term savings account for something like retiring. Really good, actually. I recommend it. The only issue with that is when you're in like a heavy bear market or something, you might be losing money. As long as you're okay with that and just time it correctly, then you'll be fine. Next up, we have stocks. That's just you putting in your money into companies you think is nice. Chances are stock will eventually go up. Maybe not if you invested in a crappy company. A little bit more risky. Then we have cryptos, a new emerging market. It's only been around for maybe 15 years at best. Not a lot of data on it, but a lot of people can see the potential. It's still in its child stages. Pretty risky, but people can see its potential. Then above cryptos, we have gambling, straight up gambling. Go play poker, honestly. You'll probably have a better chance of making money than what's next. By the way, that's a joke. You still shouldn't gamble, even if you have a better chance. You should never gamble. Seriously, don't gamble. Okay, next up on the most risky of all, we have tokens. So altcoins, tokens, whatever you want to call them. Again, it's like crypto, but on a super smaller scale. Instead of seeing Ethereum go for $3,000 and reading about it and seeing all the potential investors, all the banks going for it, you have tokens that go for 0.000001 cent. And you just have to read their white paper, view the project, see if you like it or not, see if it's worth investing in. There's a decent chance you lose every single penny you own, and there's a 0.1% chance it succeeds and you get like 10 times your money. So what I'm invested in, I figured I should go over this because I just basically shitted on the entire market and said this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. I should say what I actually enjoy investing in. So like I said, a lot of my money is into crypto, but I'm trying to diversify. I'm trying to go more into stocks and just like big tech companies and real estate. But on the crypto side, most of my portfolio is into Ethereum, mainly because it is the quote unquote fuel that drives all the other cryptos and all the other altcoins using its blockchain, and you can code on Ethereum. And there's something called smart contracts, which I think I'm not going to get into, but you should look into it and it is very worthwhile. Next up, we have something called Polkadot. Then we have ADA, Matic, and BNB. I'm not going to get into these. You can look them up. There are plenty of videos by those YouTubers I called out at the beginning, but those are what I'm invested in personally. I will say that BNB, I just know this off the top of my head. It allows trade between tokens and cryptos without high gas fees. Gas fees is basically transaction fees. Yeah, that's why I like BNB. Off the top of my head, it's going to take too long to explain the rest, but just look them up, go look on YouTube, go look at those YouTubers I recommended. Now, I am invested in a handful of tokens as well. I'm invested in something called Life Token. It is a token that, it's kind of like SafeMoon. I know I said SafeMoon's a scam, except it actually has a purpose. It is a token that donates to suicide prevention charities and like mental wellness charities, stuff like that, mainly for teenagers. I believe they donated $2.5 million so far, and they've only been up for less than a month, I believe. They started in the middle of May, something like that. I believe this token has a lot of potential, and I think it's very, very good cause, and that's why I'm personally invested in it. Next up, we have Homecoin, kind of a similar gist to Life Token. It's a token that builds homes for the homeless. I think it's set up in almost an identical way, except for a different purpose, and I think that's really cool too. I'm actually not invested in this, just because I didn't have money to get in at the ground floor, but I think it's a very good investment as well. And then I have something called RUnite. This is the one that's probably the most risky I have, as well as Sensei. Those two are probably the most risky, but it's like a video game. It uses this token called RUnite tokens, which is the crypto. It uses it as a built-in currency for their game, so you can use the currency to buy in-game items, stuff like that. I just think it's a cool looking game, and I hope it does well, but in all honesty, my tokens, if I lose every penny that I'm invested into my tokens, I'm perfectly fine with that. Do not invest money you aren't willing to completely lose. I've got to say that again. If you put in your life savings, there is a chance that you lose every single penny. Do not come bitching to me, because I'm saying to do the exact opposite. I'm saying to put in money that you put in, you never touch again, and you're perfectly fine if you never see that money again in your life. Anyways, I've been talking for quite a while. I've been almost ranting at this point. I just want to say that crypto is currently in its childhood. The stages that we're in, what's happening with the market right now, will affect it later on, and it will affect its growth, kind of like an actual kid. I believe that is a quote, kind of like a summary of something the creator of Ethereum said, Vitalik, whatever, how you pronounce it. I believe he said something like that. I hope to just live in a crypto world that doesn't get affected by Elon Musk tweeting. Again, I think that's going to be solved maybe within 5 years, not too sure, but currently I just don't like how whales can affect the market so much. I think you have to have a very human look at the stock market and crypto market, because they're not just numbers on a screen. They're people's savings, they're people's lives on the line. Anyways, if you want me to upload more like crypto or stock or financial videos like that in the future, I mainly revolve around gaming. But if you want more videos like this, I know it's very lengthy and wordy and maybe boring for a lot of you, then just let me know in the comments. And I know that maybe a handful of you will ever see this video, and I'm aware of that. And I'm okay with only a handful of you ever seeing this. But if it helps influence at least one of you to not lose your money, then I think it would be worth it. I don't know, maybe one of my friends sees this and they take a second look at what they're invested in and just don't make a shitty move with their money. That's all I have for now. Please subscribe, go do that. I don't know, maybe like next month I'll upload a video of me gambling away all my scholarship money, because I'm doing that. So see ya.